In today's video, you are going to learn how to create a responsive service card using HTML and CSS. As you can see, when I hover on any of the card, it transitions smoothly. Not only that, it is also responsive on all devices, both on desktop, tablet, and mobile. Now let's view it on different devices to see how responsive it is. So you are going to right click, then click on inspect. So this is how it's going to look like on tablet devices, and this is how it's going to look like on mobile devices. Can you see how responsive it is? Now let's get started and see how you can create this beautiful, amazing service card in HTML and CSS. Firstly, we have to create an index.html file. Press enter, then create another file called style.css. Press enter again. Then I'm going to hide this section so that we can have more space to work with. Then I will come back to this index.html file. So I'm going to type shift and the exclamation mark in order to generate the HTML boilerplate. So I'm going to rename the document as service card. So I'm going to link the CSS to the HTML using link colon CSS. Now I'll be able to link the CSS and the HTML together. Firstly, we need some icons. So let's go to Font Awesome CDN. So I'm going to click on the Font Awesome CDN library. So once it loads, so I'm going to come to this section, then click on copy link tag. So once I copy it, so I'll go back to my code editor. So I'm going to paste it in the head section, Ctrl V. So after that, I will come here and search for Font Awesome. Then click on the first link at the top here. So we needed some icon. We are coming back to this. Now let me go back to the code editor. So I'm going to give it a div class of container. Press enter. After the div class of container, I'm going to give it another div class of service card. Press enter again. Then I'm going to give it another class of service image. So here I'm going to type the ahref attribute. Now this is where I'm going to input the icon that I wanted to use. So let's come back to this Font Awesome. Then I'm going to click on icons. Here I'm going to type in user. So I'm going to filter it. I'm going to select the free ones because I'm using the free version. So I'm going to select this one. Then I'm going to copy the code here. Click on this section to copy the code. Then I'll come back to my code editor. I'm going to paste the icon here. So now let's open with live server so that we can see what we have done so far. The icon has been applied here. Now let's continue. So I'm going to give it an h2 tag with a class of service. So I'm going to paste the first service here. After that, I'm going to give it a paragraph with a class of service details. Press enter. So I'm going to paste the service detail here. Can you see? This is the service details. So now basically I wanted to create 3 cards. I'm going to copy this card. Basically, I wanted to create 3 cards. So I'm going to copy this section. I'm going to duplicate it so that I can have it in 3 places. Can you see? So what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to change the content of this second one and the third one to another service and another service details. So I have 3 services here. Likewise, I'm going to change the icon so of the second one and the third one. So let's go back to Font Awesome. I'm going to type in for ranking star. Then I'm going to filter it by free. So this is the one I wanted to use. I'm going to click on this icon. Then I'm going to copy the code. So once I copy the code, so I'll come to this SEO section. So I'm going to change the I class here. So that the icon can be changed. I'm going to search for money bill. So I'm going to filter it by free ones. So this one I wanted to use. I'm going to click on it. Then I'm going to copy this I class code. I'm going to come to this section. Then I'm going to change the icon as well. Then paste it here. So can you see the icons has been changed? I'm going to give each of the card a button. So just type in button, then with a call to action of get started. So this is the button. So I'm going to copy the button and apply it to the remaining 2 service cards. Ctrl V to paste the second button, and the third one I'm going to paste it after the paragraph. Ctrl V in order to paste it. So now we have 3 buttons. Now let's move on to the styling. So firstly, I wanted to remove the default padding and margin, targeting the universal selector. So I'm going to type in the margin of 0, the padding 0, the box sizing is going to be border box, then the font family is going to be sans serif. Can you see? So now let's target the body section. So I'm going to give it a width of 100%. Then the height of 100 viewport height. Then the background is going to be RGB 184, 184, 184. Now this is the background color that I wanted to give it to it. Now let's target the container class. That is where we have the whole element so that we can have it aligned properly. So firstly, I'm going to give it a display flex. Then I'm going to give it a justify content center. Then I'm going to give it a flex wrap of wrap so that it can be responsive. Now you are going to understand the reason why I'm giving it a flex wrap when we get there. Align item center. Now let's target the service card itself. So for the service card, so we have 250 pixels. Then the border is going to be 1 pixel solid white. Padding is going to be 20 pixels. I have space in the container. Then we need a box shadow of 0 at the horizontal, 0 vertical, 20 pixel blur and black. Can you see? So now let's see the full view of what we have done so far. This is it. Now let's continue. So I'm going to give it a background of linear gradients. Then of purple, then orange red, then I'm going to inverse it. I'm going to write to top, comma. Can you see? I'm going to give it a margin top of 20 pixel, right of 10 pixel, bottom of 0 and left of 10 pixel. Then I wanted to give it a border radius so that we can have rounded corners, so of 5 pixels. Then I'm going to give this service card a transition of 0.6 seconds is in out, so that when we hover on this card, the color is going to change. When we get there, you are going to see. Now we wanted to target this icon, so I give it a class of service image. So I'm going to give it a display flex, then justify content center. So I'm going to copy this class, paste it. So I'm going to target the anchor tag and the I class, that is the link and the icon. So I'm going to give it a padding of 10 pixels, color of white, so that the color of the icon can change to white. Can you see? The font size will be 30 pixels. So the background is going to be orange red. The border radius is going to be 5 pixels. Then the box shadow is going to be 0 vertical axis, 0 horizontal axis, 20 pixel blur, and the color is going to be black. Then you have to give it another one. It's going to be 0 vertical axis, 0 horizontal axis, 20 pixel blur, and the color is going to be white. So this one is going to be inset. I'm going to write something like inset. So let's target the class of service. The color is going to be white. The text is going to be aligned at the center. The margin is going to be 10 pixels top and bottom, then left and right 0. Then the font size is going to be 15 pixels. So we are going to copy all these one so that we can style it. Then we are going to change it to service details. Can you see the color has changed as well? It's going to be 2 pixels so that we can have some spacing in between the letters. It's now time to style the button. For the button, we are going to give it a padding of 10 pixels. 10 pixels. Then the width is going to be 120 pixels. The border radius is going to be 50 pixels. The border is going to be none. Wanted to remove the border here. The outline is going to be none as well. The font weight is going to be bold so that the text inside can be bold. Then the color is going to be white. It's going to be white. The background is going to be orange red. A margin of 10 pixels top, auto right, 0 bottom, auto left. Then I'm going to give it a display block so that the button can be aligned to the center. Can you see? Then I'm going to give it a border of 2 pixels, solid, transparent, so that when we hover on the button, it's going to give us the effect. So now I'm going to give it a cursor or pointer. Now basically, this is the full view of the service card we are designing. Can you see how beautiful it is? So I want to give this service card an over effect. So now I'm going to give it an over effect. Let me target the class of service card. When it is over, I'm going to give it a transform. Translate Y. Ten pixel. Now let's see the effect. So when I hover on the card, it's going to transition smoothly. Can you see? So also I'm going to target the button. When the button is over on, the border is going to be 2 pixels solid white, and the background is going to be transparent. Now let's see the over effect. Can you see? So once I hover on the button and the card, everything transitions smoothly. Okay, almost done. So now I wanted to remove the font size under this service card. So under this service details, I'm going to remove the font size. So it is only the service that will have a font size, but the service detail will not have a font size. So in order to make the height the same, so I'm going to give it a width of 270 pixels. Can you now see the cards? They have the same height, and when you hover on it, it transitions smoothly. Can you see this cool transition effect? Now let's see the responsiveness. I'm going to right click and click on inspect. This is how the card is going to look like on mobile devices. This is how it's going to look like on tablet devices, and this is how it's going to look like on desktop devices. If you really enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also turn on the post notification bell so that each time I upload a new video like this, you'll be the first person to be updated.